quarterbacks. And it's interesting that we might have a quarterback problem during a season where Jared Goff just got paid, and we know as long as he's healthy, everything's going to be okay.
As long as he's healthy.
It's interesting now, though, that we find ourselves in this position after seeing Nate Sudfeld for a half, seeing a little bit of flash of Hooker, but with Hendon Hooker is always going to come the injury aspect as well. Do we have a quarterback problem?
Maybe. Ooh. Yes. Problem, actually, I don't know. Need, yes.
Yeah.
It's weird because I think Hendon Hooker, at least in my eyes, he showed me enough to say he can be the number two. It maybe he's not ready week one. Maybe he is, but after what happened last night with the concussion, because he decided to go truck the New York Giants cornerback, if he's forced to miss, I'll say any amount of time, like more than a day, you got to get another quarterback on the roster. Like we learned last night, and we talked about it a lot in the first segment. Nate Sudfeld, for all the great he does off the field, helping Jared Goff, supporting him week to week, he can't be on any NFL field ever again. No. It was, I don't want to say incompetence, but it was not what you want to see out of a 9-year veteran. You want to at least feel, and I get the offensive line struggled, so there's only so much that a quarterback and even wide receivers can do, but it didn't seem like he had command. He's smart, he knows the plays, but it didn't feel like they had any rhythm. It didn't feel like he
had no feel for the game.
Yeah.
It just seemed like he was kind of going out there running the plays as if this was practice or training camp, rather than going out there and using your instinct to play the game the right way. There's a feel to it. There's a way that the pocket is going to collapse around you. There's a way that you're supposed to be able to see the potential defense that's going to be at you. So if you need to audible, if you need to call something, if you need to put your plays in the best spot, that you as a leader of this team, you as the quarterback, as the QB2 right now, of a year that we keep saying this thing, Super Bowl expectations. I expect everybody to show up ready to show out.
Yeah, Zach Soap says, bring back Teddy. Bring back Teddy. Wheezy D313.
Where is Teddy? Isn't he like coaching high school or something?
He is. But would he be better on field? Yes.
Man.
Yes, he would. Also, shout out Teddy for helping Jamison Williams come into his own. We don't give Teddy any credit for that last year, but that was a big leader for J-Mo to be around. But anyways, Wheezy D313, trade a 7th for Malik Willis. What about a 7th for Taylor Heineke? We're going to revisit that in 1 second. Herb Nash, Lions need to send a JV QB off the local high school team to replace
Can Teddy come back and bring one of his?
now that's depth. We talking about depth?
We
talking about depth? John Fisher asked, why don't we have any practice squad level QBs on the roster already? Yeah, like last year they had Adrian Martinez, who at least is a body.
Yeah.
He's a warm body.
Yeah.
Let's pause. You know what I meant? He's not a dead corpse is what I meant. I'm going to stop talking. I'm going to stop talking.
What up, though, JB?
I think you're muted. I think you're muted. Cody Engel says, I'd sign over trade, but the ones we'd sign probably aren't that much better than Sud. I don't like Ryan Tannehill. I don't think I don't know what he would be like in the locker room. He's not interested in helping anybody out, as we saw with the Malik Willis saga. But he probably is your best option out there. Other than, I like a guy like Taylor Heineke. I mean, this is if they make a trade. He's on the Falcons right now. They're number 3. But I like his leadership abilities. But, man, to master a Ben Johnson offense this quick, I don't know what their football IQs are. So I don't know. But it's clear they need another body.
And what I was going to ask is, that definitely is clear, because in this division and in the NFC, I do not believe that you have a game to spare. You can't just say, you know what, well, we got a game in hand. We can just let Goff. We can take this L. You can't do that, and that's not the mindset that I want them to have. Everybody has to have the mindset of next man up, and we're trying to win this thing. And with that said, yes, you got to go out there and do that. I know there are a couple players out there, but as it relates to the couple options you've already discussed, I'm wondering how much more. If they're all going to be backup-level quarterbacks who are out the league right now, I do believe that you have to value protecting that locker room as well.
Yeah.
Because if that quarterback is in there and they never play, you don't want them to be a quarterback that's in there causing any type of dissension. You want them to be a complete help, and if they have to step out there on the field, that they can go out there and do their job. Whether or not that they master the Ben Johnson genius mastermind level offense, it's like if they can at least go out there and make sure they minimize mistakes and manage the game properly, That's what we need out of a quarterback that would stand in for Jared Goff for a quarter to a game.
Yes. Steve-O baby, we can bring Bobby Boucher from the Water Boy.
You know what? At this point in time, Bobby Boucher, Nate Sudfeld. Hey, listen, JB has one of those jerseys. It's not Nate Sudfeld's.
It's Bobby's.
It's Bobby's.
Jay, get Ryan Tannehill. Vincent E. Uncle Rico to replace Sudfeld.
Uncle Rico.
Denver Blair. Zach Wilson
mile.
is better than Sudfeld. And Zach brings the MILFs. He sure does. He sure does. But the real comment, I got to get, granted, he's my boss, but it is a comment of the day so far. You guys are all overlooking Jack Fox.
The comment of the day, John Fisher. He's not a dead corpse. I'm going to stop talking. LMFAO.
Yeah, that's me just running my mouth a little too much. But I don't know if you – I believe this is a joke, but Jack Fox has the third best arm on the team after Goff and Hooker, and it's not even close. The man throws darts. Like, it's partly why they can run fake punts, but when he's throwing it out on the practice field, he throws darts.
Jack Fox, your backup quarterback?
Jack Fox, your backup quarterback.
Hey, I like that. You know what? I know Jack Fox early on, he showed what he had. He did the pass, punt, kick with Woodward Sports early on, man.
Oh, yeah.
So shout out to Jack Fox. Backup quarterback, or at least better than Nate Sudfeld.
Yes. So let's, these last 5 minutes of this segment, let's talk about Hooker. And to get it out of the way, he does have a concussion, as confirmed after the game, due to, it was a great run, a 17-yard run from Hendon Hooker. It was a play-action rollout. I don't believe it was a planned run. It was a run option, but he was looking to pass. There was nothing there, and he took off. Instead of sliding, he decided to lower his shoulder and laid the boom. Don't get me wrong.
And then picked up about 3-4 more yards, and potentially they're saying that's probably where he picked up the concussion.
Yeah, so as a football player, you love to see it. You love it. As a fan, as a coach, as an owner of a team, an investor in these players, he can't do that. He's got to slide. He's got to slide.
He has to understand the importance of it, right? And we're sitting here talking about the fact that we need to go and take a chance on a backup quarterback. But if he understands, listen, I noticed that he has that dog in him. He wants to go out there.
He wants it.
And absolutely maul. But right now, mauling means staying healthy, Hendon Hooker. He has special ability.
Yes.
We've all known that. And in being able to see it just a little bit in last night's game, I felt robbed that we didn't get to see it the rest of the game, and it's just preseason.
I know. Like, there were flashes. Again, it wasn't perfect.
Robbed.
Yeah, and JB, I'm going to want to get your opinion on what you saw from Hooker, too. But there were some flashes you saw. This guy could be a really great NFL quarterback, both in his ability to make something out of nothing. Like he can use the dude has legs, and he does it in a way still looking upfield, and he'll get more savvy at when to tuck it and run, and again, when to slide. He made a few really good throws, a few overthrows. Again, he was 5 for 9. He wasn't perfect.
First game action,
but
man.
What I saw, especially after what we've been seeing and hearing out of training camp, expected it to be a little uglier than that. And when you consider, I picked the offensive line as my loser for the day. When you consider wide receiver 3 didn't really step up and do anything. So doesn't sound like he had a lot to work with, and he still looked the part. Like everything not off the field, but outside of like his on-field, in-play play, he looked like a quarterback. He looked like he could lead a huddle. He looked like he understood what was going on. He just needs reps. And that's why you can't slide, especially in preseason. You want to show off. He needs these reps, and he would have started against the Chiefs, guaranteed. We need him out there. JB, Hooker.
Hendon Hooker, my guy. Last night, I think you saw
a proud father.
I know, right? I think last night you saw both the good and the bad, which is perfect because it is preseason. You just needed to see that out there from Hendon Hooker. You saw some nice throws, and then you've seen some overthrown passes as well, too. But like I said, it's still preseason as well, too. And you guys got to take into account that he's heard all the talk about, oh, we wasted a draft pick on him. Oh, he's not going to be anything. He's forever going to be a backup. That's why he went out there and showed you and that he could lower the boom. And, like, he's still in his college days as well, too. Like, hey, I still got this in my bag. I still know how to run this football field and be a field general. So that's what you saw. It might have been a little too hasty because now he has a concussion as well, too. But then again, now you have to question the fact that during training camp, are these Guardian caps really helping or are they kind of hurting because no one's really getting accustomed to taking hits like that? Guarantee you he's waking up today thinking like, man, I took a lot of beating yesterday, even though I probably shouldn't have, but at the same time, like, hey, maybe I need to just get a little bit more comfortable with being out there on the field and taking these hits as well, too. But as Kool-Aid said, I'm a proud father seeing him out there like going to work, man. He's back at it. Like, come on. That's his happy place out there on the field.
You raised a good hooker.
Yeah. You're right, man. Hey, on that run, it looked like he was running as if he had that red jersey on, man, and absolutely just trucked through the defense. It's like, no. Bro, they can hit you right now. But El Gato in the chat says, why didn't they draft Joe Milton? That might be a familiar name to some
Joe Milton
Blue
had
fans.
a good outing last night as well, too.
I saw Broder chuckle a little bit.
Do we want to have the golf conversation now of what makes a good NFL quarterback or not? Because we can have it any time you guys want.
Oh, man. So no Joe Milton for you, huh?
No. No Joe Milton, no Jamarcus Russell, no Ryan Leaf.
Jamarcus Russell.
Yeah,
that's a name I haven't heard
no
in a
Ryan
while.
Mallett, rest in peace. There's more to playing quarterback than having the biggest arm or the biggest wheels, as we see every game that we watch. If you're actually watching the quarterback play and what a quarterback is responsible for and what changes when number twos are in.
Yeah.
It's a different ball game when that starter's not under center.